Hello friends. Welcome back to our channel. Do you believe in paranormal activities or not? Do you want to have a ghostly experience? Want to make this year's Halloween memorable? For Halloween, here we are giving you top 5 real haunted places in the America. Before start the video, kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell button to stay connected with us. Let's start the video. Number 1. The LaLaurie Mansion, Louisiana. The LaLaurie Mansion in New Orleans, Louisiana, is considered haunted because of a fire in 1834 that revealed the horrific treatment of enslaved people in the home. It shouldn't surprise many that many hauntings are attributed to the slaves that Madame LaLaurie kept on the property. There is a room in the LaLaurie Mansion where slaves were often kept, and reports of moaning coming from that room are common. Phantom footsteps echo through the house with regularity. People have heard moans, groans and even shrieks while inside the mansion. Some have described hearing the dragging of chains and scratching from the walls. Over the last few decades there have been multiple reports of people seeing a woman with long, red hair glaring at them in various parts of the mansion. Many people have bought and sold the LaLaurie Mansion over the years, and each one of them seems to come into a string of bad luck. Some of them have experienced financial ruin. So best of luck to the current owner. It sure sounds like they're gonna need it. Number 2. The Whaley House, California. The Whaley House in San Diego, California is considered one of the most haunted houses in the United States because of its history of tragedy and death, and the paranormal activity that visitors and workers have reported. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley on land that was once a public execution site. Several spirits are said to inhabit the Whaley House. The most famous is Yankee Jim Robinson, a convicted criminal who was hanged on the property before the house was constructed. Visitors and staff have reported hearing heavy footsteps and feeling a dark, oppressive presence, thought to be Robinson's restless spirit. Thomas Whaley himself wrote that he had heard footsteps in the house, which he believed were Yankee Jim's. Number 3. The Driscoll Hotel, Texas. The hotel was commissioned in 1885 by a man named Jesse Driscoll, and it then saw its grand opening on Christmas Eve 1886. It is one of the state's most haunted locations, with a reputation fueled by eerie stories and numerous reports of ghostly encounters. Tragic stories also contribute to the hotel's haunted history. One involves a young girl who allegedly fell to her death on the hotel's grand staircase in the early 1900s. Another tale centers around a suicide bridesmaid, who reportedly took her life in room 525 in the 1990s after her fiancé called off their wedding. Paranormal activity linked to these tragedies includes flickering lights, unexplained sounds, and items moving on their own, especially on the 4th floor. Number 4. The Lizzy Bordon House, Massachusetts. The Lizzy Bordon House in Fall River, Massachusetts, is famously haunted due to the gruesome double murder that occurred there in 1892. Lizzy Bordon, the daughter of the victims Andrew and Abby Bordon, was accused of brutally killing her father and stepmother with an axe. Though Lizzy was acquitted, public suspicion and fascination with the case have endured, and the house is now known as one of America's most haunted sites. The tragic and violent history of the Lizzy Bordon House has captivated and unsettled visitors for decades, turning it into a must-visit destination for paranormal enthusiasts intrigued by the mystery of one of America's most infamous unsolved crimes. The dark energy of the event seems to have left a lasting imprint, making it one of the most haunted locations in the country. Number 5. The Villisca Axe Murder House, Iowa. The Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa, is infamous for a horrific unsolved murder that took place there on June 10, 1912, when 8 people, including 6 children, were brutally killed with an axe while they slept. This gruesome crime has left a lasting impression on the house, which is now regarded as one of America's most haunted sites. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported hearing children's voices, disembodied footsteps, and strange bangs echoing through the house. Some have claimed to see shadowy figures and even feel a physical presence brushing against them. The tragic and violent events that occurred in the Villisca Axe murder house have given it a dark reputation that persists over a century later, drawing curious thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts who are fascinated by its haunted history and the restless spirits believed to still linger. Thanks for watching.